What's up, Tiger fans? It's Morgan here, back again with another 5-minute video about your Clemson Tigers. And today, well, it's Monday and it's getting ready, or we're starting now, rivalry week. Clemson versus South Carolina, Saturday, 12 p.m. The Gamecocks travel just a little bit up the way to Clemson to play in Death Valley to finish off the regular season. The Palmetto Bowl, it's a big time event. Clemson coming off a win against Miami 40-10, and South Carolina, as you probably are aware, destroyed Tennessee, number 5 in the country. Not only that, but they lost Hendon Hooker in the process. Huge win for them. The only time the last team to score 63 points at their house, you know who it was? It was Clemson. So South Carolina is definitely on a high right now coming into this game, and dangerous, a lot more dangerous than I think people would have thought, preseason coming into this game. I wanted to give you my first quick thoughts. Don't go into too much detail, but just some early thoughts on what I had from the game. When you look at it, South Carolina is 7-4 and Clemson is 10-1. ESPN's matchup predictor. Now, this is not me. I'm not going to, claim this. I'm not going to jinx the team here by saying this. This is ESPN, but they're saying an 88.9% chance for Clemson to win, 11.1% chance for South Carolina. The spread right now is at Clemson minus 14.5, so a little bit more than a 2-score favorite for the Tigers. I think a lot of that has to probably do with the fact that they're playing at home. Let's look at some of the key players of the game this weekend. You have Spencer Rattler again coming off a huge game against Tennessee. Overall, he has 2,420 yards passing, 14 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. DJU, on the other hand, has 2,406 yards passing, 21 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions. So a little bit more, about 14 more yards passing for Rattler, but DJ has more touchdowns and less interceptions. When you look at the running back group, Marshawn Lloyd is leading the way for the Gamecocks, 556 yards and 9 total touchdowns, while Will Shipley, believe it or not, 40 yards away from being a 1,000-yard rusher this season, 960 yards total for Shipley with 13 touchdowns. Clemson has the statistical upper hand there. And then you have Antoine Wells Jr., or Juice Wells, and he has 767 yards receiving on 4 touchdowns. And then Antonio Williams has 506 yards receiving with 3 touchdowns. So that's kind of a look of the playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. What are some things that I think that Clemson needs to do? Just first, quick, top-of-the-head thoughts. Well, I think DJ needs to stay aggressive. Clemson does well when DJ is a threat in the running game, and we saw that against Louisville. We saw that against Miami, and I want to continue to see that. Stay aggressive, keep running the ball. Another thing that I want to see Clemson do is really fight through the fumbles. If there is more fumbles, which I hope there's not, I hope there's no turnovers, right? But you can never predict things in football, especially in games like this. So if there is some sort of turnover or fumble or whatever it may be, my first thing is I hope they recover it, because that's what's kind of happened the past 2 games is they have lost the ball but been able to recover it. Or on the other hand, they've lost the ball and the defense was so good that they stopped them from taking advantage of that turnover. So you got to have short memory and rely on your defense. I think that's really where it's going to be the most impactful for this game versus the last game. It's always scary when you have a team that just comes off a big, huge win at home, their final home game of the regular season, beating number 5 Tennessee very soundly, had to lead the entire game, and put up a ton of points, 63 total points. So they are very, very scary right now because of one thing. They believe that they can beat anybody right now because they beat anybody. They beat Tennessee, the mighty Tennessee. They could score on anybody. Well, guess what? They scored on them too. But that's the catch that I feel like is a difference maker. Not only is it at Clemson, but Clemson's defense is not Tennessee's defense by any stretch of the means. They are much better at the line of scrimmage, much better at the second level, and much better against pass defense as well. I'm curious to see how South Carolina can do if they can continue their momentum and their success, because they really could do nothing wrong against Tennessee. You got to assume, I'm not just saying this from orange colored glasses here, but you got to assume you're not going to have a game like that back to back where like everything seems to be going right for the Gamecocks. Hey, let me know what you think. That's 5 minutes. I got a ton of more. I got so many more notes here. I haven't really gone through everything. I I know it's past 5 minutes. I have to say this too. Somebody posted and sent this to me on a forum. Um, South Carolina is 7-0 at night, but 0-4 in the daytime. And again, this game is at 12 p.m. Not only that, they haven't had a lead change in any of their games all year. So what does that say to me? If I'm a Clemson fan, score early and get them down early. I'm thinking of Florida, the Florida game. The Gators got ahead early and were able to get them into some frustrating situations, some third and long situations, and got them into turnovers and really, really got out on the edge and the outside. I think Clemson can do the same thing. Will Shipley getting out to the edge, DJ getting out to the edge, and stopping them from getting out to the edge of the formation and to the sideline. Let me know what you think in the comments. That's my really quick 5-minute thoughts about the rivalry game this weekend. Am I wrong? Am I right? Did I miss anything? I probably did because I don't have a lot of time. But let me know what you think in the comments. And hey, if you like this video, you know what to do. Like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on all of my exclusive Clemson content I put out every single week. Hey, this is like it's like video number 9 in the past 5 days. So I know you're loving it.